Hi, so today I'm going to walk you through Traycer. So think of Traycer as your one home for all of your coding agents. So instead of juggling between different tools such as Cloud Code and Codex, everything lives in this one shared app. It makes coding a little easier and enjoyable to manage with much more capabilities of your AI agents. So yeah, let me show you around. So first you tell Traycer where you want to work on. You can pick a particular project folder and the respective branch. And if you don't want the AI to touch your current branch or your local changes, you can always spin up a fresh new work tree in which Traycer makes a separate copy of the work. So your main work stays safe while your agent does its thing in a separate branch and a separate workspace. So pick up your folder, pick up your branch you want to work on, and you're ready to go. So for now, I'll just spin up a fresh new work tree and let's just ask what it can do for us. So yeah, you can build, plan, review, automate, debug, a lot of things. Also, you can just type @ here and you can point the agent to any file or folder, chat, artifacts, anything. We'll further understand what are these artifacts and chats, but for now, you can just understand that you can just tag any folder or any file in it. Also, you can choose to type in the / command. Now, / is a shortcut command for things like skills and planning and review. You can search and like plan, review, and there are a lot of inbuilt skills that we've already put in the Tracers ecosystem. So yeah, just send it and the agent gets to work reading all of your code and start making changes without you have to worry about anything. Also, you're not logged into one specific AI and the provider. You can switch between different providers such as Claude, GPT, OpenCode, anything. Like there are literally so many providers and so many models that you can choose from. Traycer has its own inference as well, so you can choose to work with that as well. Also, the cool thing is, let's say you're working with the Claude and somehow your limit resets and your subscription ends midway. And now you're not stuck for your limits to reset. You can just select the model right here and all of your context and the chats would be preserved without losing any of its context. So yeah, it's one of the very cool things that I really like working alongside with. Apart from this, you can actually choose the amount of freedom your agents would have. You can select right here, and there are a few things here. Supervise asks you before every command and the file changes. Auto accept edits lets edit freely, but still ask you for the critical commands. And full access just lets it run it AI agents freely without asking you for everything. Now, as you work, the important decision gets captured in something we call artifacts. Artifacts has the spec, ticket, stories, reviews, notes, and all of the architectural decisions. All of them live in this one shared editable documents. So like instead of losing context in this one long chat thread, Traycer keeps the actual reasoning behind at one place. You can edit them, comment on them, or create them manually whenever you want. Let me show you one. So one of my teammates sent me this particular project that he was working on, and he documented all of the artifacts and the agents, all of them refer this. So when he shared this epic or this task with me, I can actually go through all of the specs and the tickets made and the decision while understanding what is this project about. And if I spun up a new chart here, all of the AI agents would actually be able to refer these documents and would understand where to look at and what decisions were made and why they were made. And the best part is when you come back months or weeks later to work on the same project, you're not guessing why something was built in a certain way. All of the context, decision, and follow-ups would still be here in this artifact saved. Whenever you come back, you just open it and you'll get all of the details right here of that particular project. Now, here is when things get interesting. Now, normally, even if you run multiple agents, they still can work alone. But in Traycer, agents can actually talk to each other. It's something that we have built natively called E2A, which is agent-to-agent communication. So let me just show you. I'll just simply paste a prompt and ask one agent to update the UI, the other one to check the theme setup, and the third one to review the components and make sure no tests are failed and no other components are affected. So when I'll send this, you can observe while one agent would be implementing the dark mode, it can actually talk to another agent and check the design system and review the affected components or investigate any failing tests. So yeah, if you actually check, it has sent 3 messages to 3 different sub-agents, which are running on Cloud Code and would be coordinating together and talking to each other. Normally, sub-agents are one-way communication. For example, a parent agent has spun up 3 different sub-agents in it. They'll do the task and they'll return the response. But in Traycer, these sub-agents can talk to each other by sending each other messages. Let's say the first agent got some finding. It will send the finding to the second agent. Now, when second agent will have the result, it will send back the result to the first agent. Now, if you observe, the parent agent has already received a few messages from different sub-agents. And yeah, now they're talking back and forth together and they'll just complete the task. So with Traycer agents, you're not just running agents side by side, but you're actually managing a team of agents that can actually talk and collaborate and work together. So yeah, we'll just wait for them to finish and we'll move on to the next phase. So yeah, since the agent is done with its changes, now before anything gets merged, Traycer shows you exactly what has been changed. And you can also choose to see the file tree and the exact file and the content in them. So you're never guessing what happened and nothing gets committed blindly. You can go on and review the changes yourself. And when the work needs more people, you can actually also share the epic with your team. You can just press in the share button, or let's say invite a new member to your team. The epics and the related artifacts that we made in this particular chat would be shared by your entire team. So yeah, the review, collaboration, and handoff, all of that can happen in this one place. Traycer also has the fully built-in terminals. Let me show you. If you go to Terminal tab and just pick up this particular work tree, and you can click on launch, and the terminal can be launched right here in the GUI. You can run commands, start your dev servers, or check in Git without ever leaving the app to go on a different terminal. You can just run any of the commands and do all of your operations right here without leaving the app. And now let's say you don't want to use the GUIs. Traycer also gives you terminal-based coding agents like Claude Code and Codex. Now, if you go in the chart, you'll select the plus icon and you can press this button, which is switch to terminal. Pick a particular coding agent you want inside your terminal. Let's say I want to start with Claude Code with Fable. You can just start the terminal agents right here inside the GUI app. Say you also want a Codex terminal along with the Claude Code. I'll just click in the plus icon, switch to terminal, and start the Codex terminal agent. This is how we can use all of the different coding agents along with terminals and even the normal terminals here. Also, there's one interesting part. Also, now if you choose to remove this or like mistakenly closes this, nothing is going anywhere. You can just come in and select and put in all of the agents right here in the tab. So these are just the views and the left side are the states. So if you choose to close them, nothing is going to happen and all of your context and your working state preserved right the way it was. Because the workspace is really flexible, you can drag things around and make the view however you feel comfortable. Let's say I want this Claude session on the right side and this Codex session below it. And I want this particular terminal to show up right here. And yeah, like I have 4 different panels working together with 4 different agents. So you can choose to pick whichever layout you feel fit for your ecosystem and make this app very personalized to your own needs. And it will remember all of your states and preferences accordingly. That was the overall flow. And this is how you can get started with the Traycer app. You can point your code, describe what you want, and pick how much you are in the loop. The agent plan writes the code, edit, and every decision is saved in a document, and you can actually read and review them. It's your editor, your terminal, your AI team, all in one place. Give it a try. Thank you.